Good morning. Welcome back. So today, you guys have been waiting for this for a few weeks since I talked about it. It's titanium Triton time. And we're going to go over the process for the prototype. The titanium prototype of this classic G2 from way back in the day. This one's retired. But we're gonna make a titanium version of the Triton, the titanium Triton. Ask around if you don't know about the Triton. This is not going to be your overly stable, super long spin competitive base yo-yo. So if that's what you're looking for, I'll save you some time. Even though this is going to be made out of titanium, that's not the goal here. The goal is to get it close to this classic, and it's just one that a lot of G2 fans will let you know is, like I said, not the most competitive yo-yo, but it just fits a spot. It's just kind of like happiness in the form of a yo-yo. So let's talk about the pre-order. The pre-order, and then we'll answer some questions that I asked you guys to ask. The pre-order, this Friday, tomorrow, Friday the 16th of April, you're going to be able to pre-order a version 1 prototype. There's going to be 2 windows to order, 10 minutes for each window. This is not a big trying to fit everybody in. This doesn't make sense, but I do want everybody to have a chance to get it that really wants it. But just 10 minutes in the morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, and then 10 minutes in the evening, 9 p.m. Eastern, the Titanium Triton pre-order will be available, gsquaredyoyos.com. So what are you going to get with this pre-order? You're going to get your Titanium Triton V1 prototype. You're going to get access to the Titanium Triton Facebook page. We're going to make a Facebook page because I don't want to spam the official G2 Nation with these posts. We'll still be including this in the vlogs or, the updates and the regular videos and over on the official G2 Nation page. But there's going to be a lot more specific questions that I have to ask. And we're going to do that over on the Titanium Triton page. So if you get a prototype, you can get into the Titanium Triton page. Down the road, it gives you access to guaranteed production run or a second prototype if you want one. So if you want to be in the Titanium Triton process the whole way, you got to get in on the V1, because then if we do a V2, it's most likely just going to be offered to the people that got the V1 and down the road, and then you will get a chance to guarantee yourself an original run of the Titanium Triton. This might be our first titanium yo-yo that we don't just offer as a pre-order. I might be doing it in runs, drops, like our regular yo-yos, because I want to do a lot of anodizing on these. I'm not quite there yet with my anodizing skills, but I plan to be there by the time we get to the official drops. So I'll keep that in mind as far as if you want a Titanium 1 version 1 Titanium Triton version 1 prototype. What else comes with it? That's basically the stuff. You get the yo-yo, you get the Facebook group, you get access to other prototypes and the original run if you want one. You're going to get access to have me solid anodize your prototype before you get it if you want. And I believe that's it for right now for guaranteed what you have down the road, what comes with this yo-yo for you. So let's just talk about the yo-yo itself. The titanium version, it is not pushing titanium to the limits. Are the titanium characteristics used? Yes. But it's just trying to get it to be a titanium version of the OG Triton. I'm not trying to make a super Triton or a bimetal Triton. It's not going to be that different. I don't want it to play a ton different. It's going to play different just because it's a different material. It's going to play different. But I don't want it to change what the Triton was. So it's not, tons of rim weight now, changing the stability, changing the play type. We're going to try and keep it close to the play of the original Triton. It's definitely going to play different, but we're going to try and keep it close. We're going to use grade 5 titanium. Not a ton of difference between grade 5 and grade 2, except for my understanding is that grade 5 is going to be a little better for the anodizing end. So we're going to do grade 5 with that. Specs, if you want to know the specs, right now for this cat, we're looking at 65 grams plus or minus 0.2 either way, 65.1 plus or minus 0.2 either way, or plus or minus 0.15. And then it's going to be 56.5 by 44. A little bit of a smaller gap. This yo-yo is back from like 5-6 years ago. 4.36 gap. We're switching the pads, updating to G19s. If this offers a different type of play than the silicone at the 4.35, 4.4 gap, we will adjust the gap down the road. So this will be something that the testers, the prototype owners really have some say in, is like, did the change of pads, do we need to update the gap at all to compensate for that? I didn't mention that that's kind of what the Facebook group is for as well. It's not going to be like what you think about it specifically. It's not going to be, I wish it had more rim weight. That's not the point of the titanium Triton. But I am going to be asking specific questions as far as, hey, this plays a little bit different on this end. Are you guys getting this as well? You know, it's playing maybe overly stable at this point. Are you guys getting that same feeling? And then I'll want feedback from that to kind of design and get the titanium Triton to be, like I said, a good version of the original Triton. So that type of feedback will be asked for in there. It's not going to be just specifically, oh, let's make it 2 grams heavier. Sure, we might need to make it heavier because of the material difference, but it's not going to be like trying to suit it to what you specifically like. This is very hard to explain what I will be asking for, but hopefully that did it. That's the main info I have for you specifically. You will see right off the bat there were some sacrifices that had to be made. So this Triton here, you can see, has kind of that fat rim right on the edge, and then you can see, comparing it to the CAD render file here, that kind of had to go a little bit just because of the weighting properties of titanium versus aluminum. Aluminum is just lighter, so you can build that fatter area. That's tough to do with the titanium without giving it too much rim weight, in my opinion. So there's a difference you can see right off the bat. We'll see what it plays like. Turnaround time. This is, so the GBP, obviously, our turnaround time was a little bit slower than expected because we had colored ring issues. Titanium, we should not run into those issues. So turnaround time should be, if I order this in April, May, June, it really should be pushing the end of June on these. And this is not going to have the final, prototype is not going to have the final packaging, like they will come with the final version, but it's kind of going to be the bare bones. You're getting in one of the prototypes type of deal. It'll either be the prototype boxes we always use, or it will be a koozie. So right now I'm leaning towards the prototype boxes, and I might even have a specific layout depending on how many are ordered for the Triton. I might have Ryan update our art for the prototype boxes so that the titanium Triton, it would just be, I'm not going to be writing on the box, it's going to be all filled in with font type, and then cross section on the back of the box, that's the titanium Triton, and so on. Just personalizing it to a titanium Triton prototype box, like these boxes. Down the road, we'll probably be looking at wood boxes for the production run, but just wanted to update you on what that was going to be. Titanium Tritons, it'll come with a diamond blend. I can say that now. It's going to come with the diamond blend, the prototypes as well. Alright, let's answer some of the questions that you guys wanted to know about the titanium Triton. Okay, so 9 a.m., 9 p.m. Eastern, Friday, the 16th of April. 10 minutes each window. That's all you're going to get. It's going to be a little bit different than the prior pre-orders. You're going to pay for the entire amount because this is going to be it's just going to be easier on my end. It's a smaller run versus like the GBP, and I'll be able to print the labels right off and be ready to rock and roll. Pricing, the prototype is going to be $270. So if you want in on the version 1 prototype, you're going to be looking at $270. You're looking at $255 if you're a Patreon owner. I will manually refund you. Just send me a message that says, hey, I'm a Patreon backer. You get $15 off. Yes. If you sign up for Patreon for 1 month, that will save you $5. Like, you'll get $5 free. Because the Patreon lowest tier is $10 for the coupon codes and giveaways. Which, by the way, we're giving one away. So, depending on when the drawing is, if the drawing is after the pre-order and you bought one, and then you then you win the one on Patreon, I'll just refund you. So just make sure you get yours order, and then we will do the giveaway on Patreon. It's free to enter, and one of you is going to win the titanium prototype. $270, $255, depending. One other price adjustment is we're not going to do. You're going to be able to do anodized from me after the fact for a small markup. Maybe a limited number of slots, let's just say 50 people get the Titanium 1 version prototype, and all 50 of you want to anodize. That could really cause a backlog. But, you know, so maybe we'll limit that to like 20%, 10 people. So there'll be a small fee, just solid colorways, so you can get like copper, bronze, purple, blue, maybe like the yellow, golden. But after that, I don't want to push into the higher voltage just yet. Not commit to it, at least on this video. I am going to offer a blasted version, and it's not going to be on the website, but through the Titanium Facebook page, you're going to be able to let me know, hey, I'd like to upgrade to a blasted. And the masking, I didn't do this on the original Banshee, the Titanium Banshee, and I should have. But we will be masking this area, this bump around the flowable. So that will still be smooth, the rest will still be blasted. And if you want a blasted version of the prototype, you can get a blasted version of the prototype. I think that it'll be a small markup after the fact when you sign up. But through the order form on the website, it's not going to say, you know, there's not going to be two options. So just order the regular prototype version. That all those specs and weights are like right there on the original Triton, trying to keep the specs and everything very similar and play very similar. Will it come in unicorn fade? Not yet. My anodizing skills aren't quite there. Blue to purple is easy. Pink to purple to blue, very hard on titanium because of where the voltage numbers are. I'll make a video on that down the road when I try. Can you pick your own colorway like reverse rainbow road or kaleidoscope? No, these are titanium, so basically no, not right now. I'll probably have some, like I said, when I do the regular releases down the road, I'll probably try and get some specialized anodized ones. One other update to get this design to match was we went to a 8mm axle from a 12. 10's kind of the sweet spot for aluminum. 8 is fine for titanium. You're less likely to strip the titanium. 8 can work in some aluminums as well. Anything smaller than that, you're definitely risking stripping the yo-yo. Even on 8s for aluminums is tough. But yes, updated axle size to make this design work to go back to the original. We went from a 12 to an 8. I forgot to update you on that. That's it for the Titanium Triton pre-order. I'm super excited. Hopefully some of you guys are. I would expect, like I said, I'll keep you guys all updated, but we're going to have the Titanium Triton Facebook page for the daily updates. I don't want to spam everybody on the original Facebook page. You know, I expect to have this finalized and ready to rock for production numbers starting to come out this fall, like before Christmas. That gives us time for 2 prototypes, maybe 3 if they're needed. Honestly, I don't expect to need more than 2. We are not trying to make a new yo-yo, so it's not like we're playing it and then tweaking it to what we want to make it better somehow. We're playing it and then possibly tweaking it to try and get it closer to what we think a titanium Triton should be. Like I said, so kind of think of it as a slightly updated to the original, but not a whole new yo-yo or a whole new version that's pushing it. Hopefully that makes sense. Thanks for watching. Best of luck in the 10-minute windows, and we'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time.